One of my favorite stories is that of Steve Jobs, because he was the iconic entrepreneur of my generation. He created a company that is the largest market value company in the world today. Apple was founded in 1976, and in 1985 the board of directors voted him out of the company. And they voted him out because he was undermining everybody else. He just couldn't help himself. Then he came back in 1997, and he was a much more mature person. He was still, he'd lost none of his brilliance. He'd lost none of his propensity to be really critical and harsh toward people. But they understood better why he was being critical and harsh. Not that it was driven from ego, but driven out of a need to strive for higher standards. And so I always wonder, in this evolution of Steve Jobs, and he was unfortunately snatched from our life at, before he was 60 years old, but what caused him to be not just a one-time wonder, but to evolve toward a much better, deeper, richer individual who was able to lead Apple's successful comeback. And it was that he was married, he had children, those tend to mature people, but I think it was because he had invested in a company in his wilderness years called Pixar, which did computer animation, later bought by Disney. And the old Steve Jobs used to like to dominate people and tell them what to do. And when he bought Pixar, there were two brilliant computer animators, John Lasseter and Ed Catmull. And they told Jobs, in no uncertain terms, we'll go across the street and start a new computer animation company if you pull off more of this crap. And so that began this new evolution. Well, he was famous in his second round at Apple for being a great team builder, something that he didn't do his first time. So it was actually, he was driven over time through his maturity to behave by a better set of ethics and values than he was before.